Hi guys, Love Book Triangle Lindsay here, and I'm going to be talking about my favorite book of the month. My favorite book this month was Without Merit by Colleen Hoover, and quickly I'm just going to show you this pillow my friend Amanda made and put on Redbubble. I believe it's Amanda Kaz, and it doesn't have Without Merit on it, but she did this a while ago for me and has her name on the top and the book she did up until Never Never. So it's just a fun thing I thought I'd show because the book is a Colleen Hoover book. So Without Merit is about a girl named Merit, and one day she is at an antique store. She's looking for a trophy. But on the upper level of the antique store, she sees this guy who's staring at her, and then they just kind of start flirting back and forth. Then she goes across the street by a water fountain, and he follows her out there, and they just start making out. They both realize there's a mistake, and he thinks that Merit is actually her twin sister, Anna, which she never told him. She was a twin. Anna just told him that she had a sister. So Merit has a sister named Anna. She has a brother named Utah, and she has a half brother named Moby. The guy she was kissing is named Sagan. Her dad and mom aren't together anymore. Her mom's name is Victoria, and she lives in the basement of their home. And the new wife's name is Victoria. This family lives in a church. The dad had problems with the pastor and his dog. The dog was always barking at night, keeping the dad up. They live right behind the church. And then one day the church didn't have funds anymore, so the dad bought the church from the pastor, and now their family lives in a church. Merit, she's not really happy with life. She's 17 years old. She just dropped out of school. Her family, well, her parents really don't even know she dropped out. She's just kind of on her own. She does her own thing. Her sister and brother are really, really close. Her brother actually is in the same grade as both the girls. He is a year older, but, well, actually he's not even quite a year older. Their parents didn't really wait that rule you're supposed to wait after having a baby, and they were so close in age they just decided to make it easy and keep them in the same grade. So those two have a really special bond. And Merit, the reason she was looking for a trophy is because anytime she has something bad happen to her, she gets a trophy. It doesn't matter if it's not hers, and it doesn't matter what it's for, just if it looks cool, and she adds a trophy to her collection. I'll let you figure out how she started collecting the trophies. But Merit just becomes depressed because here she is liking this boy she thinks is her sister's boyfriend, but then her sister screwed up because her first boyfriend ended up dying, and now she's attached to males who are dying. So Merit assumes Sagan has some deathly illness because she's hanging out with him. And then Utah has his own problems as well. She really has some problems with her mother because all she does is stay in the basement, and she's depressed all day. She had cancer, and since then she just stays in the basement. And the new Victoria was her mother's nurse. So everyone has a problem with her and their dad because they think they were doing this while Merit's mom was dying at the time. So no one in this family is without their secrets or without their problems, but Merit just sees everyone else living a happy life. She's just lonely, even though she may not say she is, but she's by herself and she's seeing life go on around her. Now, this book has some deep issues, and some of them just kind of like hit home, and so I got emotional while reading the book, and that's not surprising because Colleen Hoover books usually make me cry. I mean, the story itself, some of it wasn't like wow, but just reading about her life and how as the outsider you see how sad it is, and with everything going on. So I think that is partly why the book just was my favorite of the month, because you see her trying to go through different things, different events in her life, and then trying to fit in for the first time in a long time. But then Merit does something stupid, and in the midst of doing that something stupid, she ends up writing letters to everyone in her family about all of her family's secrets from way in the past that were told to her, or secrets that were done to her, and she lets it all out on this piece of paper, and that causes trouble in the household. And that's when her family, also specifically her father, starts seeing that something is wrong and steps in to do something. So even though it was really, really stupid what she did, it ended up being really good for her in the end. Like, thankfully it worked out well. So in the end, she could get the help that she needs, and the family could talk out their problems. So I don't want to go into too much more detail about the book because I don't want to give stuff away, but I really enjoyed this book. I was a little hesitant at first because my friend had read it before me and she didn't like it so much. So I could see how maybe the story might be a little slow at times, but with the deeper subjects that maybe if they mean more to you, I think then the book is going to mean more to you. Sagan is a little bit of an artist, so there are some interesting drawings in here that you could try to figure out the meaning of. So there you have it. My August 2018 favorite book of the month, Without Merit by Colleen Hoover. Highly recommend it. Go check it out. Bye guys.